let's talk some football. I want to start off with the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, as you guys know, the Philadelphia Eagles started Jalen Hurts against the New Orleans Saints. This was his first NFL start in the NFL. As you guys know, that Carson Wentz was benched last game. And right now, the game in which he came in for just is out of my memory right now. But he came in against the New Orleans Saints and had a stat total of 17 completions out of 30 attempts, 167 passing yards, a touchdown, and that amounts to a 56% completion percentage. He also had 18 carries on the ground for 106 yards, and that amounts to 5.8 yards per carry. He also had one fumble lost and was sacked a total of 0 times. Now, part of that is pretty much due to his really good athletic ability, and I will give him that, and part of that was just better offensive line play, and one that was very surprising because they've dealt with a lot of injuries there, and New Orleans has been one of the better teams against the passer in the NFL with Trey Hendrickson and Cam Jordan in the lineup there, and so on and so forth. So it was very surprising. Jalen Hurts is actually doing a pretty good job. He did a pretty good job against the New Orleans Saints. Now, he had pedestrian numbers, right? 167 yards and a touchdown, 17 out of 30, a 56% completion percentage. It wasn't great, right? 106 yards on the ground. He became the first player in NFL history to start in his debut game, because he's a rookie. He became the first quarterback to start in his debut game and throw for at least 150 yards and rush for at least 100 yards. So I guess take that with something, right? Now, Eagles fans are patrolling around. I see YouTube videos, I see the comments, I see the tweets, as if the Philadelphia Eagles completely fixed their problems with Jalen Hurts, as if Jalen Hurts is the answer to this. And they seem to be forgetting one thing. The Philadelphia Eagles are in a huge cap situation going into next season, and they can't do anything with Carson Wentz. So even if Jalen Hurts is your quarterback, not only in the future of this season, by the way, he was named the remaining starter for the rest of the season so far, per the Philadelphia Eagles, they announced that Jalen Hurts is going to remain the starter. This doesn't matter. Jalen Hurts starting for the rest of the season, no matter how good he plays, does not matter. Because at the end of the day, do you think Jalen Hurts is the future for the Philadelphia Eagles? And I would assume the majority would say no. Well, if he's not your future, then what's the point of Carson Wentz starting or Jalen Hurts starting? It doesn't make a difference, because at the end of the day, Carson Wentz is making not any less than $32 million for the rest of his contract duration, which ends in 2025, and has a dead cap amount next season of $59 million. $59 million next season going towards the dead cap. And now everybody's going to say, well, they could trade him. Who the hell is going to trade for Carson Wentz next season? Nobody. Nobody's going to trade for Carson Wentz next season. Like I said, Carson Wentz, his contract situation looks a little bit like this. I don't have the exact numbers right in front of me, but I have a little bit of the highlights here. His contract lasts until 2025. When he is at the age of 32 years old. At that point, he should still have some quarterback left in him, right? Now, during the duration of that contract until 2025, he will make no less per season than $32 million. So that's not an average. That's literal the amount, okay? There is no season in which which his cap hit is less than $32 million. So there's no backloading, there's no front loading. That is the exact number. Because I believe this next season, 2021, I believe he makes like 34, and then next season he makes like 31, and then the following season he makes 32. So something like that. So no less than $31 million. So that means his trade value is just none. None. Who the hell is going to trade for Carson Wentz? And I know, everybody may say, well, Carson Wentz still has quarterback left in him. I believe that as well. I think Carson Wentz is not finished in the NFL. Stephen A. Smith said that on First Take. I believe Carson Wentz still has some NFL left in him, but his contract, he's not going to play up to his contract. I guarantee you that. And they're going to find no trade partners whatsoever. I don't think nobody's going to trade for Carson Wentz. Unless the Philadelphia Eagles trade with Indianapolis, because Frank Reich is there, he may want Carson Wentz back. That's if they want to spend the money. Because I know they have the cap space because Indianapolis is one of the most conservative NFL teams. I'm not talking political. They are one of the most conservative teams in the NFL as far as cap space goes and salary, right? I remember a couple of years ago they had like $100 million in salary cap and they did nothing with it. All right, so this team is very conservative when it comes to salary cap. So I could imagine they could want Carson Wentz over there when Phillip Rivers retires. But I don't see Carson Wentz having any trade value whatsoever. It's not just because his inconsistent play, as you've seen his regression in the NFL. It's his injury history as well. This guy does not finish seasons, and especially when you get into the postseason, this guy has yet to finish a postseason game. So even with the Philadelphia Eagles winning a championship, he was pretty much not a part of that. So, that being said, the Philadelphia Eagles have not fixed their problems yet. And I don't know why any Eagles fan should be rejoicing right now. These games, even if you win these games, it will not matter towards your future because at the end of the day, Jalen Hurts is not your future, and Carson Wentz, whether he's the future or not, he still has so much going towards the cap, and the Philadelphia Eagles are like $60 million above the cap next year. So they really have a huge problem there. I don't know what they're going to do. But Jalen Hurts did not fix any problems the Philadelphia Eagles have. And he is not going to fix any problems. Because even if Jalen Hurts, even if he is going to be the future, what are you going to do with Carson Wentz? Are you going to bench a $31 million quarterback? What are you going to do with Carson Wentz? You can't cut him. It's physically impossible to cut Carson Wentz. What are you going to do with Carson Wentz if Jalen Hurts starts in the future? You're still going to be screwed. You're still going to be screwed. So, that's just me, I guess, kind of taking in and absorbing all the frustration that the Eagles fans are having, right? The misery, that the destruction and demolition that they're about to go through in this 2021 offseason. As a Giants fan, I'm here for it. I'm here for it.